Hataka asane, on the throne made of gold. Asinan, when they were seated. Swadishnyeshu, on the altar. Iva, like Parvakan, fire. Saddha, respect. Samyama, restraint. Sanyuktaha, being decorated with. Pritaha, pleased. Praha, said. Bhava, Lord Shiva. Agrajan, the elder brothers. Translation: the four great sages were elder to Lord Shiva, and when they were seated on the golden throne, they appeared just like fire, blazing on an altar. Maharaj Prithu, out of his great gentleness and respect for them, began to speak with great restraint as follows. Please repeat. The four great sages were elder to Lord Shiva, and when they were seated on the golden throne, they appeared just like fire, blazing on an altar. Maharaj Prithu, out of his great gentleness and respect for them, began to speak with great restraint as follows. Purport by Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The Kumaras are described herein as the elder brothers of Lord Shiva. When the Kumaras were born out of the body of Lord Brahma, where they were requested to get married and increase the population. In the beginning of creation, there was a great need of population. Therefore, Lord Brahma was creating one son after another and ordering them to increase. Sri Sri Gaurnitai ki jai. Sri Sri Radha Madan Mohan ki jai. Sri Sri Jagannath Subhadra Baladev ki jai. However, when the Kumaras were requested to do so, they declined. They wanted to remain brahmachari throughout their lives and be engaged fully in the devotional service of the Lord. The Kumaras are called Naishtika brahmacharis, meaning they are never to marry. Because of their refusal to marry, Lord Brahma became so angry that his eyes became reddish. From between his eyes, Lord Shiva or Rudra appeared. The mode of anger is consequently known as Rudra. Lord Shiva also has a Sampradaya party known as the Rudra Sampradaya, and they are also known as Vaishnavas. Om Jnana Timrandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapanantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juda Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitantam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Ladita Sri Visakham Vitansya. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pradamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Prithu Maharaj had now the darshan of the four Kumaras. They had appeared from outer sky just to bless the assembly and especially bless Prithu Maharaj, who was going to rule the entire Earth planet, and he was also a very great personality, being the Saktiavesha avatar of Lord Vishnu. The four Kumaras don't go anywhere at random. They go only to such places where the saintly persons are gathered. They can engage in a conversation and give their teachings to others who are going to listen. They won't go to hellish places populated by asuras who are not listening to any godly advice. So they are very saintly personalities who are keeping their life exemplary, very pure, as mentioned here in the purport by Srila Prabhupada, commenting on the original sloka of the Bhagavatam, that the four Kumaras are called Bhavagrajan. Bhava is Lord Shiva, and Agraja means elder, one who is born before. He is called Agraja. So the four Kumaras are born before Lord Shiva. They are actually the first progeny of Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma is the first created being at the beginning of creation. From Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, he appears from the lotus, from the abdomen of Lord Vishnu, and then he meditates for 1,000 years. He knows he has to create the universe, but he doesn't know exactly how to do it. So the most important thing is, unless he receives the blessings of Lord Vishnu, he cannot create. He is a secondary creator. Lord Vishnu is the primary creator. He knows everything, how to do, but he has given the power of creation to Lord Brahma. But now Lord Brahma doesn't know how to proceed next. Therefore, he enters into meditation and praying for the blessings of Lord Vishnu so that he can undertake the work of creation. After getting the blessings of Lord Vishnu, he then starts to create. What is creation? Means, first of all, he has to increase the population. He is the only one there at that time in the universe. So he cannot remain alone. The whole universe should be populated. So that is a very difficult and critical moment at the beginning of the universe, how to create the population, how people will come and start living in this world. That is a challenge. But Lord Brahma, by the blessings of Lord Vishnu, he, from his mind, he first of all thinks of the progeny, and one by one, great personalities appear from his mind, external manifestation. And the first one to appear are the four Kumaras. So this is a very special advent of the four Kumaras. They are not ordinary living entities like other conditioned souls. They are completely liberated souls, but for the sake of populating the world, they have appeared out of the mind of Lord Brahma. Then, as Srila Prabhupada mentions, why they are called Bhavagraja, because next to them is Lord Shiva. They are elder brothers of Lord Shiva. So how Lord Shiva appears, that is mentioned by Srila Prabhupada, that Lord Brahma's service was to populate the universe. How is it possible? Only by getting this great personality, getting married, begetting children, then the world will increase in population. So the first request of Lord Brahma to the four Kumaras is that now you have appeared, your service will be to increase the population, getting married, and in this way, the population will increase gradually. The four Kumaras, they are not interested. They are liberated souls, and they know very well about the danger of living in the world. They keep themselves aloof from worldly life. And therefore, they told clearly to Lord Brahma, even though he is their father, but they say, no, we are not going to be married, and we are going to remain brahmacharis. That is, we are simply interested in cultivating Krishna consciousness. At the beginning, they are considered to be more or less impersonalists. But gradually, they develop Vishnu or Krishna consciousness. At once upon a time, they were on their way to Vaikuntha. And from the gate of Vaikuntha, when they were approaching the spiritual planet, they could smell the aroma from the tulasi offered at the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. This aroma was very special. They thought, we had never experienced such a wonderful aroma. This is not mundane, this is not ordinary material smell. It is a transcendental smell from the body of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And simply by smelling this aroma of the tulasi leaves offered at the lotus feet of the Lord, they developed love for Krishna, Krishna consciousness. So we can see how even those who are impersonalists, philosophers, they can also be attracted to Lord Vishnu's personality by some of his qualities. In this way, they develop a personal realization of the Lord, considering Bhagavan to be superior to any other conception of the absolute truth. So that is the philosophical development of the four Kumaras. They are considered to be great devotees of the Lord after this incident came. And because they had refused to obey their father, Lord Brahma, for a superior cause, generally, children cannot disobey their father. So if they are supposed to be ideal children at the beginning of creation, they were supposed to obey their father, Lord Brahma. But for a superior reason, they refused. They said, no, we are not going to participate in these mundane activities. So Lord Brahma became very upset, and as mentioned in the purport, described in other parts of Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Brahma's eyes became red out of anger. He developed anger. Naturally, Lord Brahma is also under the influence of Rajagun, because creation is possible only for those who are under Rajagun. Those who are under Tamagun are inclined to destroy. And those who are again under the influence of Sattvagun, they are inclined to protect, not exactly to create something new. They are not interested. In this way, Because of this Rajasic temperament, Lord Brahma also became angry, which is a development of the mode of passion. And out of his anger, from between his two eyebrows, Lord Rudra came. So Rudra means anger. Anger personified is Rudra, coming from Lord Brahma in this manner. So Rudra is non-different from Lord Shiva. Of course, Lord Shiva is a superior entity. He is not exactly one of the conditioned souls. He has his own abode in between the material and spiritual world, which is not destroyed exactly, but he disappears at the time of universal dissolution and reappears again at the time of universal creation in the same manner, with the same body. So he occupies a special place, but the way he appears is very special out of the anger of Lord Brahma. So therefore he is called Bhavagraja. Bhavagraja is the four Kumaras in this manner. They are elder sons of Lord Brahma. In the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna also mentions this appearance of the four Kumaras. In the 10th chapter, 6th sloka, Maharshaya Saptapurve Tadvaro Manavastata Madbhava Manasa Jata Yesham Loka Ima Prajaha. The 7 great sages, and before them the 4 other great sages, and the Manus, progenitors of mankind, come from me, born from my mind, and all the living beings populating the various planets descend from them. That is Lord Krishna speaking to Arjuna, describing his own opulence. So on the one hand, we hear Lord Brahma creating the 4 Kumaras and Lord Shiva. And here Lord Krishna is telling, they are coming from me. Manasa Jata, they are coming from my mind. So in other words, we have to reconcile the two statements. And from a superior angle of vision, we understand everything is coming from Krishna. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravatate. Iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita. So that is a superior vision. We should understand what is the cause of all causes. Lord Brahma is the intermediate cause. He is not the ultimate cause. So when we speak that Lord Brahma created the 4 Kumaras, Lord Shiva, and all the Manus and all that, that is as a secondary creator. But the first creator, the one who is the cause of all causes, the origin of everything, is in the matter of creation, Lord Vishnu, or Lord Krishna ultimately. In the purpose, Srila Prabhupada writes, the Lord is giving a genealogical synopsis of the universal population. Brahma is the original creature born out of the energy of the Supreme Lord, who is known as Hiranyagarbha. And from Brahma, all the 7 great sages, and before them 4 other great sages named Sanaka, Sananda, Sanatana, and Sanat Kumar, and the 14 Manus are manifested. All these 25 great sages are known as the patriarchs of the living entities all over the universe, and so on. Brahma underwent penance for 1,000 years of the demigods before he realized, by the grace of Krishna, how to create. Then from Brahma came Sanaka, Sananda, Sanatana, and Sanat Kumar, then Rudra, and then the 7 sages, And in this way, all the Brahmanas and Kshatriyas are born out of the energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Brahma is known as Pitamaha, the grandfather, and Krishna is known as Prapitamaha, the father of the grandfather. So that is the history of how the population in this world has come about. From Lord Vishnu to Brahma, and then again all the great sages and so on. First of all, the four Kumaras. These four Kumaras have appeared in the assembly of King Prithu. So this is not an ordinary appearance. And they look very effulgent, just like the sun. They are so effulgent. And it is a very extraordinary appearance, and Prithu Maharaj is overwhelmed by this appearance. And he offers all respect, obeisances, worship to these four Kumaras. He offers them a seat of gold and all the paraphernalia of worship. And now he is preparing himself to engage in conversation, asking questions from the four Kumaras. So this is the ideal exemplary behavior of King Prithu. He could recognize that these four Kumaras should be welcomed in a very special manner, not like ordinary other citizens. They are not ordinary citizens. They are the eldest of the whole population of the world, and they are the most elevated personalities in terms of spiritual knowledge. So in this way, Prithu Maharaj is giving a proper example, exemplary behavior, how to receive saintly personality, as Prabhupada explains also earlier in the purport, that these Vaishnava Acharyas, especially Sampradaya Acharyas, are given special respect. And the four Kumaras are also considered as Sampradaya Acharya because they are heading the Guru Parampara, and that Guru Parampara is called this Chatur Kumara Sampradaya. So Kumara Sampradaya is one of the four Vaishnava Sampradayas which are in existence from the beginning of the world. Sri Sampradaya, Kumara Sampradaya, Brahma Sampradaya, and Rudra Sampradaya. So these are the four Vaishnava Sampradayas, and those who are heading these Sampradayas are very exalted personality. Lakshmi Devi and the four Kumaras, Lord Shiva himself, and Lord Brahma himself. So all the Vaishnavas belong to one of these four Sampradayas. We belong to Brahma Sampradaya. And this Brahma Sampradaya has, according to development, has many different acharyas. Some, the prominent acharya in Brahma Sampradaya, Madhvacharya, and afterwards Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also appeared in this Madhva Sampradaya, taking Diksha from Iswarapuri, a disciple of Madhavendra Puri, who had taken Diksha from Lakshmipati Tirtha of the Madhva Sampradaya. So in this way, all the Vaishnavas in the Gaudiya Sampradaya are from Brahma Sampradaya. And other Sampradayas, considering, for instance, the Kumara Sampradaya, in this Sampradaya, there is also great Acharya Vishnu Swami. Nimbarka Acharya, if I'm not wrong. So he continued this Sanat Kumara Sampradaya. And then Sri Sampradaya, called Ramanujacharya, is very prominent Acharya in this Sri Sampradaya. And then Rudra Sampradaya, Vishnu Swami. Vishnu Swami was a prominent Acharya in the line. Gradually, the teachings became somewhat forgotten. And in this Vishnu Swami Sampradaya, then the next important Acharya, he was Vallabha Acharya. So in this way, these four Sampradayas are directed by some prominent Acharya. All of them, all these Acharyas, such as Nimbarkacharya, or Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya, Vishnu Swami, they have written commentary on the Brahma Sutra. So Brahma Sutra and also the Upanishads, they form the basis of the teachings of these four Sampradayas, Shruti Pramana. So they are given their commentary, and in this connection, there is a well-known episode in the history of the Brahma Sampradaya, Madhva Sampradaya, that at the time of, after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu re-established the teachings, then there was a gap of about 100 years, and then came in the next generation some great spiritual masters, especially Baladev Vidyabhushan, and the other one, Baladev Vidyabhushan, and contemporary Guru Ashtakam, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So they were two prominent Acharya at that time in the 18th century. And at that time, it was well known that every bona fide Sampradaya should have its own commentary on the Brahma Sutra. That was the established system. If you don't have your own commentary on the Brahma Sutra, then you cannot be considered as bona fide in any manner. That is the standard of being a bona fide Vaishnava. You must have your Brahma Sutra Bhashya. So in our Sampradaya, we are considering, or the Acharyas coming from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they were considering that Srimad Bhagavatam is a commentary on the Brahma Sutra. So there is no need to write anything else. It's already given to us by Vedavyas, the same author who composed Brahma Sutra. He also composed his own commentary as Srimad Bhagavatam. Where is the need for another commentary? But that was the opinion of these Acharyas following Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But that opinion was not considered by the other Vaishnavas belonging to other Sampradayas. They were insisting, if you want to be recognized as bona fide, you must have your own commentary. So at that time in Jaipur, at that time, there was the discussion about who should worship the deity of Radha Govinda. Sri Radha Govinda had come from Vrindavan, being established by the great-grandson of Lord Krishna, thousands of years before. But on account of the occupation, invasion of the Muslims, who were intent upon destroying all the temples, then there was a great danger for the deities installed by Vrajanab, the great grandson of Lord Krishna, including Radha Govinda, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Gopinath, and other deities. So very quickly, they had arranged at that time all the pujaris and devotees of Vrindavan to remove these deities from Vrindavan and take them to a safe place. The safest place was in Rajasthan, not so far away. Jaipur, the capital city, was ruled by a very good king, very powerful, who could resist the invasion of the Muslims. So they were thinking this is a safe place for the deities. So all these deities had gone to Rajasthan, Jaipur especially. So the temple had been built for Radha Govinda in front of the palace of the king. Very beautiful temple. Now also, many of you may have gone there to have darshan of Radha Govinda. So at that time, there was a discussion who should worship the deities, who would be qualified to worship Radha Govinda. So the disciples from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they were worshipping, but others were considering that what is your sampradaya? Are you bona fide members of Vaishnava Sampradaya? No, you don't have commentary on the Brahma Sutra. You have not written any commentary. So how can we accept you? So you cannot do worship. You cannot worship the deity of Radha Govinda. So that discussion was going on, and the king was the judge. He had to give the final decision. So he told that if at all you want to worship Radha Govinda, you must produce a commentary on the Brahma Sutra. And it has to be done immediately, because now the decision is going to take place immediately in the next few days. So Baladev Vidyabhushan, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, they heard the situation and they were very much alert. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur was very elderly and his health was not very good. So he told Baladev that you write commentary on the Brahma Sutra and you go to Jaipur with your commentary, and in the debate you introduce your commentary along with all the other Vaishnava Sampradayas. That will be discussed, and then you arrange for the worship of Radha Govinda in that manner. So that was the importance of the occasion. And Baladev Vidyabhushan, he took blessings of Radha Govinda, and he wrote a commentary on the Brahma Sutra within 15 days. So difficult to write commentary in this manner in such a short time. But he was very enthusiastic and very learned, and he could write such a beautiful commentary in the Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna, Srila Prabhupada also, to Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan, who presented so nicely the Govinda Bhashya commentary on Vedanta philosophy. So the Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada took inspiration from Baladev Vidyabhushan, who also wrote a commentary on the Bhagavad Gita. So what happened then next? After the commentary was written, then Baladev came in front of the assembly. The king and all the other Vaishnavas and all the great philosophers of the time, they were attending the meeting, and everything was discussed. And finally, they agreed. This commentary is very good. It is very authentic, and we accept. So we accept you. And the king then gave this assent that yes, now you can worship deity Radha Govinda. Everybody was very happy of the conclusion of this meeting. So, in this way, the four sampradayas are in existence to this day also. The Vallabha Sampradaya is also very prominent. We had very good contact between the Gaudiya Vaishnavas and the Vallabhacharya Sampradaya. At the time of Madhavendra Puri, he had discovered the deity of Gopal on the top of the Govardhan. And then the Gopal deity came down from the mountain, and Madhavendra Puri then brought sandalwood, etc., all paraphernalia for starting the worship of Gopal. At that time, Vittal was also a spiritual master. He was the son of Vallabhacharya, and he also had contact, and he also was given to worship the deity of Gopal. So in this way, the deity of Gopal went to the Vallabhacharya Sampradaya, and in this way, afterwards, Gopal went to, now he is in Srinathji, Srinath, Nathdwar in Rajasthan. He is worshipped there very beautifully. Maybe some of you also have gone there to take darshan of Srinathji. Originally discovered by Madhavendra Puri, so actually part of the Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, but then given to Vallabhacharya Sampradaya. So we keep a very good relationship with all the Sampradayas. There is no antagonism. Everybody is worshipping Lord Krishna, even though there may be some minor differences in the philosophy. But the main aspect is that Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu is worshipped as the Samam Banam, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And opposed to that is the Sankaracharya's philosophy of monism that is directly opposed by all these Vaishnava Sampradayas. So, in this way, we understand that the four Kumaras here are received very properly by Prithu Maharaj, and then the next will be an exchange of question answers between Prithu Maharaj and the four Kumaras. This is the proper way of meeting a great spiritual master. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya. By three things. First of all, offering obeisances and respect, worship. And then prasna, questions, asking questions. And then seva. These are the three things that must be done when we meet a spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master, and what to speak of the acharyas, the Kumaras from the Kumara Sampradaya. So first of all, Prithu Maharaj offered full obeisances, surrender at the lotus feet of the four Kumaras. Then the next is asking questions. That is the next subject matter of this chapter. And then seva. What can I do for you? What service I can do for you? So these are the exemplary attitude of Prithu Maharaj. Any other questions, comments? Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.